Everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Ryan, Movies with Ryan. This time of the year, I usually kind of do some videos, kind of summing up the year, being hopeful and what I want for next year and things like that. And that's exactly what this video is. I've got 5 titles in front of me right now that only have American DVDs. 2 of these do have foreign Blu-rays, but they are out of print and kind of pricey. I'm going to go over these. I'm hoping somebody, maybe Criterion, Shout Factory, Warner Archive, Kino, somebody, even maybe Arrow Video, I'm not totally for sure, might give us one of these titles this year. I'm looking for it. So we're going to get in the first thing. This movie's kind of indecisive. I know people love it. I know people hate it. I really enjoy this movie. I think it deserves a 4K upgrade. Earlier this year, we did lose one of our BlueTuber community members, David Lowe. This movie was one of his favorites. I know we talked about it before on live streams and stuff like that. So just for David, 2025, Arrow maybe. They could do this. They've done Conan and stuff like that. But can somebody please give us the 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas? This does have a German Blu-ray, I believe, or maybe a UK Blu-ray, but like I said, severely out of print, hard to find. But we need an upgrade in America. Somebody, please, please give us a 4K upgrade of this. Like I said, I love this movie. It's during the empirical times. You know, he is this kind of monk that's out with this group of people that are hunting people, and then they get hunted, and he's got to take up arms, and turns out he's a good fighter. I love it. Arrow, somebody, please give us the 13th Warrior in 2024. Next, this year we got a movie I didn't think would get a Blu-ray release, possibly, but Imprint put this title out. And now for February, we have a Criterion announcement for a 4K of this, but Imprint earlier this year put out Gus Van Sant's Drugstore Cowboy. I enjoy this movie. It's good. It's not one of the best Gus Van Sant's, but I do enjoy it. A movie I do enjoy of his, it's kind of a hard subject. If you know me, I like movies that kind of are hard watch. I will watch them repeatedly. This movie is kind of loosely based on Columbine, and this takes a bunch of different perspectives of a school shooter and the people around them. But I am talking about Gus Van Sant's Elephant. Now, the Criterion putting out Drugstore Cowboy in the first quarter of 2025. This desperately needs a Blu-ray. I could see Criterion maybe expanding their Gus Van Sant. I mean, they already have My Private Idaho also in the collection. I believe another one of his movies. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Elephant would be a perfect fit. I think it is something that deserves a Criterion treatment. I like this movie. Again, I like Gus Van Sant. I'd like to see more of his stuff upgraded from DVD. And this is a rental copy. Hard to find these out in the wild, and every one I have ever found have been rental copies, and this was the first one I found that was not scratched all to heck. But 2025, Criterion, give me Elephant, please. Please? Maybe? Please? I don't know. Another title. I think this would be a Kino or a Warner Archive, probably Warner Archive. Speaking of, I was going to have another one on this list, but it just got announced earlier last week. Best Friends with Ryan Reynolds, and I'm going to forget who the other lady is. I'm sorry. That's in that movie, is getting a Warner Archives release next year. Love it. It's been on DVD forever. I think it may have had a small Blu-ray release in the States, but it's completely out of print. I'm not totally for sure. It may be a Canadian release. I don't know. This next title, I don't know why we don't have it. We did get Drop Dead Gorgeous last year, the year before. Last year, maybe. I believe that was Warner Archives. So give us Sugar and Spice. I don't even know if this is a Warner Brothers movie. Can we tell? New Line Cinema. So whoever's got New Line Cinema, give us Sugar and Spice. I mean, the cast on this is great. Marley Shelton. It's got James Marsden in it. Marla Skoloff, and a few other people in here. Who else is in here? Uh, Melissa George, Mina Savari. There we go. Anyway, so it's about a cheerleading team, high school cheerleading team that become bank robbers. There's a picture of them up there, and they pull off a few heists. And this is just a really fun comedy movie, heist movie. It's great. We need a Blu-ray so I can finally get rid of this Snappa. But Warner Archives. I keep saying Warner Archives, but I don't know who New Line Cinema is owned by now. Please, 2025, give us another one of these great teen comedy movies from the early 2000s. Sugar and Spice, 2025. Let's go. Two more. Last year, maybe it was earlier this year. I've got a bad memory. Curzon, which is out of the UK, gave us a lovely, lovely box set for Lars von Trier. And this thing is humongous. It's got 14 movies in it. I believe 12 or 14. But it is a huge collection. I like Lars von Trier. He's a very eccentric director, writer, has put up some very controversial movies. And the one I really, really wish would have been included in this set that they didn't, that really needs an upgrade. This does have a Japanese Blu-ray that is out of print, but we need an American version. And whoever wants to put it out, if Curzon would put this out, I would be happy with it. I don't know who here in the States would do it, because it is also a New Line release. Somebody in the comments tell me who owns New Line now. Who would put it out? That is Lars von Trier's Dancer in the Dark with Bjork. If you've never seen this movie, it is a beautiful movie. It is a heartbreaking movie. It is a very hard watch. Bjork has a decision to make in this. She slowly goes insane. She sings everything in here. Bjork's a lovely actress, a lovely singer, one of my favorites. And this movie's it's a Sophie's Choice type movie. If you've never seen this before, I highly recommend seeking this out. But Curzon, anybody, somebody, give us Dancer in the Dark, even Criterion. I think this would fit. This would be Lars von Trier's entry into Criterion for me. Might work, but somebody, really tell me. New Line Cinema, who owns them now? That's number 4, Dancer in the Dark. I think it would be a good fit for 2025. And finally, this is going to be Scream Factory. Straight up, please give us a 4K restoration of this, if not a Blu-ray restoration of this. Who owns this? Artisan. So whoever Artisan, if they're even still around, I don't know if they are or not. This movie, I've always touted this movie as one of my favorite horror movies. I've done it in live streams before. I've showed this movie off several times. I like this movie. It shows the just deranged, lunatic type person that was in those early AOL chat rooms, if you remember America Online and all that. And I'm talking about none other than Dee Snider from Twisted Sister, his movie Strangeland. Now, if you've never seen this movie before, there he is on the back. He plays Captain Howdy. And he is an online stalker. And he tries to lure people into his world. And as you can tell by the front, her lips are sewn shut. He does some sick stuff. This almost has a Freddy from the Nightmare on Elm Street. It almost has like a parallel to his beginnings. And this movie I just really love. It just shows the dangers of the internet, crazy people. I love this movie. But Dee Snider, Strangeland, not Arrow. Actually, Arrow wouldn't be bad either. But this is definitely a Scream Factory title. I would love to see them please put this out. So that's my 5 wishes for 2025. Please, down below in the comments, let me know your titles you're wanting to see upgraded to Blu-ray or 4K in 2025. Some holdouts that just need it. But again, 13th Warrior for David. Elephant. Let's go for Criterion on that one. I'm going to say Warner Archive because that's what I just said like 9 times when I was talking about. Sugar and Spice. Get us the upgrade. Dancer in the Dark. I'd go for Criterion or Curzon or Arrow even. Please. And of course, good old Scream Factory. Let's get us that Strangeland. That's Ryan. Movies with Ryan. The year is coming to an end. That is my top 5 things I want to see for 2025. Please, for the love of God, movie studios, listen to us. Keep physical media alive. It's been Ryan for Movies with Ryan. Until I see you again, have a fantastic night.